feel the music. Okay. So if I just... Well, at this time, if I could get our Sport Compact track, state, and series champions, along with those who finished in the top 10 in National Sport Compact points, please gather to the curtain behind my right. So Sport Compacts, we'll get you headed over that way. Well, we'd like to take this time and welcome everyone back. We hope that you enjoyed a great meal here this evening. And before we move on let's show the staff here at the Cornhusker of our appreciation of the fantastic job they did with this evening's meal. So at this time, we ask that everyone silence or turn off your cell phones. You're more than welcome to take photos, but just make sure it's not like bing, 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 bing. Now it's time to meet our 2024 champions. Since the debut of the Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compacts in 2006, the division has expanded every year to evolve more tracks and more racers. The Sport Compact division once again shows growth in IMCA in 2024. Weekly races were held at nearly 70 tracks in 18 states during the past season as the division continues to expand across the country. Track, state, and special series champions were earned by the following drivers. Beatrice Speedway, Park Jefferson, second in national points, Johnny Thomas. Concordia Raceway, Junction Motor Speedway, and the Nebraska State Champion, Kaylee Richards. The Abilene Speedway and Texas State Champion, Kelly Vandriel. Benton County Speedway, Lucas Rick. Big Sky Speedway, the Montana State Champion, Chaz Matey. Buena Vista Raceway, Cody Gordon. Central Arizona Raceway, Steve Carter. Deuce of Clubs Thunder Raceway and the Arizona State Champion, Christopher Boulware. El Paso County Raceway, Leanne O'Lear. Honor Speedway, Phillips County Raceway, BST South, and the Colorado State Champion, Brian Moore. Idaho Falls Raceway and the Idaho State Champion, Charlie Stroud. Carly, excuse me. You're welcome. I got these new readers today, and apparently they add H's in there for a reason. Kossuth County Speedway, 9th in Lady Eagle points, Brooke Osler. Lincoln County Raceway and BST North Champion, Anthony Samantz. You're welcome, bud. Millard County Raceway, Utah State Champion, 8th in Lady Eagle points, Ashlyn Williams. Minnesota State Champion, Gary Schumacher. North Central Speedway, Braylon Rooker. Redwood Speedway, Kevin Bolte. Salina Speedway, Austin Bird. Shelby County Speedway, John Logan. South Dakota State Champion, Mike Vogt. Thomas County Speedway and the Kansas State Champion, Kyle Mortensen. Wagner Speedway, Troy Brown. Worthington Speedway, Nathan Recker. After a lifetime around the sport, Johnny Thomas got an offer he couldn't refuse. Thomas made the most of that offer to drive a Dylan Richard-built Mach 1 Sport Compact and race to the Rookie of the Year honors in the four-cylinder division, and a runner-up finish in national points, second only to Richard's wife, Kaylee. He totaled 10 feature wins and 30 top 5 finishes in his 42 starts, along with track championships at his hometown, the Beatrice Speedway, and also at the Park Jefferson International Speedway. He got his first win on opening night, April 12th, at Junction Motor Speedway, and his first of what would become 5 wins at Beatrice on May 3rd. Here is the Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compact Rookie of the Year for 2024 from Beatrice, Nebraska, Johnny Thomas. So at this time, if I could have the IMCA Stars Modlite Track State Series champions and those who finished in the top 10 in national Modlite point standings, please make your way behind the stage to my right. So at this time, I'd like to welcome to the stage the Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compact Crew Chiefs of the Year, Dylan Richards and Rhonda Muse. What's that? Thank you. I wasn't sure they didn't spell it out right. Kaylee Richards wasn't even thinking about racing for points in 2024. Now she's thinking about knocking out the walls of the room to make room to expand the trophy room in the basement. Richards capped a 24 Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compact feature with wins with unique double, becoming the first driver to win both national championship and the Lady Eagle Award in the same season. IMCA's first husband and wife national champions. Her husband, Dylan, won the Sport Compact crown in 2017 and topped the hobby stock standings in 2022. We'll take multiple turns walking across the stage during tonight's banquet. Kaylee was a track champion at Concordia Raceway and Junction Motor Speedway, as well as a Nebraska state champion. She was an 8-time winner at Beatrice, with 7 more wins coming at Concordia and 6 at Junction. She and Dylan raced at the same tracks on the same nights, 23 different times, with both winning on 5 occasions. Please help me welcome your 2024 Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compact National Champion from Wymore, Nebraska, Kaylee Richards.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight, and thank you to IMCA for celebrating everybody for their achievements this year. At the beginning of this year, I didn't want to race. I just wanted to take a step back from it. But my husband, Dylan, talked me into it, but not just for anything, but to chase the national points title. Through the race season, I had my ups and downs, between almost rolling to sitting on the front stretch wall at Beatrice Speedway, then having to build a new car within 4 days. We finally made it through the season. I want to give thanks to Concordia Raceway, Junction Motor Speedway, and Beatrice Speedway for giving Sport Compacts a place to race this year. My success this year wouldn't have happened without some of the best sponsors that stood behind me and supported me this season. Coosier Painting, Brian and Bristol, Car Shop with Chop, Jason Kreft, Nelson Tree Service, Richard's Speed Shop, Webb Chassis, Johnny Thomas Racing, Besser's Bait and Tackle, Backspin Entertainment, Cat's Fireworks, Perfectly Posh by Shauna, Kachi Looking Graphics, Troy CPAC, James Haydorn, Bud, Craze Nutrition, Twin Rivers, Beck's Hybrids, Superwash, Seneca Sanitation, Suck Ups, and my grandparents. I also can't forget to thank my support system that pushed me to do better or to keep my chin up during the rough nights this year. My husband, my daughter, my mom, my brother, Nicole, Wade, Alexis, Ben, and Drake. Without any of the names I listed, I wouldn't be standing up here as the 2024 Sport Compact National Champion or the Lady Eagle Champion.
Congratulations, Kaylee. She has a lot of hardware up here, so we want to invite somebody up to help her take it back out to the photo area if you are with her. You've had a couple, haven't you, sir? The Stealth Racing IMCA Stars Mod Lights continue to expand across the country, and continued growth is anticipated in the coming seasons for the popular division. Now it's time to meet our IMCA Stars Mod Light Track State and Special Series champions. The champion at Electric City Speedway, Valley Speedway, and the Missouri State champion, Dylan Rafferty. Fourth in national points, Michael Rafferty. Benton Speedway champion, John Leahy. Boone County Raceway champion, along with the Nebraska State champion, Scott Naggetts. Boone Speedway track champion and 10th in national points, Joe Glick. Diamond Park Speedway champion, James Rollins. East Moline Speedway, Marshalltown Speedway, Illinois State champion, along with third in national points, John Padilla. The Hoosier State Mod Light champion and the Indiana State champion, Brendan McLaughlin. The Iowa State champion and 7th in national points, Josh May. Sixth in national points, Corey Sonner. Ninth in national points, Ben George. Trayson Glick did most of his racing and most of his on-track learning close to home, but it was the results of a late-season trip to Indiana that made him the 2024 Stealth Racing IMCA Stars Mod Light National Rookie of the Year. 14 years old and a freshman at Madrid, Iowa High School, Glick was in a tight-as-could-be battle for the rookie title with Show Me State speedster Zach Christopher. He joined the Hoosier State Modlites and scored his best finish of the season, finishing second in their September 21st show at Lincoln Park Speedway and earning what eventually proved to be the tie-breaking difference in determining Rookie of the Year honors. Moving up this season, following a brief go-kart career, Glick made 45 starts this season at 7 different tracks in 5 states. He finished in the top 10 in point standings at Boone, Marshalltown Speedway, and at East Moline Speedway. While he hopes his racing career takes him to a sprint car someday, Glick's focus now is on the hardwood, playing basketball at Madrid. Join me in welcoming the 2024 Stealth Racing IMCA Stars Modlite National Rookie of the Year from Madrid, Iowa, Trayson Glick. At this time, IMCA Sunoco Hobby Stock Track State and Series champions and those who finish in the top 10 in National Hobby Stock points, please make your way up to the right behind the curtain. And while they make their way up, let's invite to the stage the Stars Modlite Crew Chief of the Year, that award going to Michael Rafferty. Dylan Rafferty says he just races and doesn't worry about wins. This season, he took that relaxed attitude to the track and raced to a 4th consecutive Stealth Racing IMCA Stars Modlite National Championship. Track champion at Electric City Speedway and at Valley Speedway, his IMCA career 100th win came on June 1st at Grain Valley. Rafferty also four-peated as the Missouri State King. He'd started 2024 with another successful Southern swing, winning the Night 2 show at Ocala Speedway's Brick City Nationals and Night 3 at Hendry County Motorsports Park's Sugar Bowl Winter Nationals in Florida before sweeping Clash at the County at Grayson County Speedway in Texas. The division leader with 118 career feature wins, his 75% winning clip this season was actually the lowest of his 4 years in IMCA. Career-wise, Rafferty has won an amazing 79% of his IMCA Speedway Motors weekly racing starts. Please help me welcome the 2024 Stealth Racing IMCA Stars Modlite National Champion from Kansas City, Missouri, Dylan Rafferty.
I'm not a big fan of these speeches, so I'll keep it short so Mike Nichols can have all the time he can want. I just got to start out and thank my brother. Without him, I don't know what I would do. We just traveled together racing ever since we lost our dad, just keeping it going. My mom, she goes when she can. She's always busy at work, but her hours changed, so she made a lot more races this year. Tyler Farrell, he went to a lot of races with us. Just whether he's racing or watching, he's a man that likes racing, so we invite him. Mike Kennedy, thank you. Brian Compart, Stealth Racing, is the title sponsor of the Modlites. Big shout out to him. I don't know if he wants to or not, but he's been a sponsor of my program from all this stuff he does from the Stars. I just win it, so it's pretty cool. I suck at this, so I'll make this short and end. Congrats to all the other champions, and thank you, IMCA.
Taking a nap. Now it's time to meet our 2024 Sunoco IMCA Hobby Stock champions. This season, the Hobby Stocks competed at a record 78 different tracks in 15 states and Canada in the northern and southern regions. Now your B&B Racing Chassis race cars Southern and Northern Track State and Special Series champions. Central Arizona Raceway, Coca Speedway, Deuce Club's Thunder Raceway, the Arizona State Champion, and 4th in national points, Nathan Dragon. Diamond Mountain Speedway, Utah State, 8th in national points, Pace Herrera. Arlington Raceway and Redwood Speedway, Corey Probst. Beatrice Speedway, Eagle Raceway, 5th in national points, Dylan Richards. Buffalo River Speedway, Norman County Raceway, and the Minnesota State Champion, Chase Peterson. Casper Speedway, along with the Wyoming State Champion, it's Russ Dahlgren. Colorado State Champion, Nash Kane. Davenport Speedway, Maquoketa Speedway, 7th in national points, 2nd in junior national points, Jordan Miles. Dodge City Raceway, Salina Speedway, the IMCA TV Winter Nationals champion, 3rd in national points, Cody Williams. Dubuque Fairgrounds Speedway, Lafayette County Speedway, the Wisconsin State Champion, 10th in national points, Jimmy Dasher. I-76 Speedway, Phillips County Raceway, Braden Hilzer. The Kansas State Champion, Tyler Heath. Nebraska State Champion, Travis Landauer. Park Jefferson Speedway, Wagner Speedway, and the South Dakota State Champion, Caleb Brunson. Shelby County Speedway and Stewart Speedway, Skylar Pruitt. Sherman County Speedway, Mike Kennedy. Stewart Raceway, Chris Oberg. A high school freshman took fellow IMCA Sunoco hobby stock driver to the class this season. Carter Miles, a 14-year-old and latest member of the Bernard, Iowa Mills racing family, found a dirt track success in his rookie season in his IMCA B&B Racing Chassis Northern Region. He won once and had another 26 top 5 finishes in 50 outings, racing regularly at 4 tracks and making single starts at 4 others. The youngest son of stock car veteran Jerry Miles, who will race for his 40th season in 2025, Carter finished 3rd in points at Davenport Speedway and Maquoketa Speedways. Brother Jordan was track champion at both, 3rd at Dubuque Fairgrounds Speedway and 9th at East Moline. Brothers Jared and Cody also race in Northern Sport Mods and IMCA stock cars, respectively, and the family travels in multiple trailers before pitting together once they arrive to the racetrack. Now please welcome your 2024 B&B Racing Chassis Northern Region Rookie of the Year from Bernard, Iowa, Carter Miles. Nathan Dragon aimed high when setting goals for his first full-time IMCA Sunoco hobby stock season in 5 years. As a result, the Peoria, Arizona pilot and pretty keen statistician became the first Arizona driver to earn the B&B Racing Chassis Southern Region Championship. He led the national points race much of the season, finishing 4th in those standings. He was the first Arizona driver to win a Hobby Stock Regional Rookie of the Year honors in 2019 before a 2-year stint in the Air Force. Dragon counted 20 feature wins and 36 top 5s in his 48 starts. That on-track success translating into a Central Arizona Raceway, Cocopah Speedway, and Deuce of Clubs Thunder Raceway track titles, plus the Arizona Crown. The 7 P's approach: prior, proper, preparation prevents piss-poor performance, was the most evident from May 3rd to June 28th, when Dragon, a heavy equipment mechanic by profession, won 10 of 12 starts at 4 different racetracks. How about a nice hand for the B&B Racing Chassis Southern Region Champion from Peoria, Arizona, Nathan Dragon. After his dad talked to some of the big names in IMCA, Pace Herrera made a name for himself in the IMCA Sunoco Hobby Stock Division. The Carbon Utah High School sophomore hot-shoed his way to 24 feature wins in National and B&B Racing Chassis Southern Region Rookie of the Year honors, as well as the coveted Junior National Championship. Those guys with names you know clearly know what they were talking about when they recommended he compete in a hobby stock. As a 16-year-old from Price, scored Diamond Mountain Speedway and Utah State Championships while finishing 8th in national point standings and 2nd in his region. He followed an ambitious 2024 schedule, and the improvements was obvious. After winning just one of his first 15 starts, Herrera topped 11 of his next 20 starts and 12 of his last 17 outings. Please welcome the B&B Racing Chassis Southern Region Rookie of the Year for the IMCA Sunoco Hobby Stocks and IMCA Junior National Champion from Price, Utah, Pace Herrera. This time, IMCA SportMod's Northern and Southern Track, State, and Series champions, and those who finished in the top 10 in national points, please make your way to the stage behind the curtain to the right. This time, I'd like to welcome to the stage the Sunoco IMCA Hobby Stock Crew Chief Award winners, Dan and Kenley Probst. A couple wins at tracks that have not treated Corey Probst too kindly in the past gave him a big boost of confidence this season. 4 wins racing closer to home to wrap up the season made him a 2-time IMCA Sunoco Hobby Stock National Champion. Probst matched his career best total with 29 feature wins and 46 starts for a tie-breaking championship edge over Mike Smith and Cody Williams in the national point standings. Boone Speedway and the IMCA Speedway Motors Supernationals, fueled by Casey's, haven't necessarily been kind to Probst in the past, but he won his Napa Auto Parts Double Down Prelude and the Stephenville Starter Race of Champions before finishing third in Saturday night's Big Dance. Overcoming a slow for him start, Probst earned the B&B Racing Chassis Northern Region crown, along with track titles at Arlington and Redwood Speedways. Please welcome your B&B Racing Chassis Northern Region and 2024 IMCA Sunoco Hobby Stock National Champion from Brewster, Minnesota, Corey Probst.
I'm not too good at doing the speeches, but good evening. I'm truly honored to be back up on this stage again for the second time, being recognized as a national champion. I could never have imagined winning something so prestigious one time, let alone twice. I don't know if there's ever been a three-way tie like it played out this year, but it goes to show you how competitive the hobby stock division is as a whole. And also that IMCA's points format is one of the best. The two drivers I battled with are both very talented, great race car drivers. I had a lot of fun racing with them the few times we did get to race all together. We started out our season somewhat casual and slow, as we really didn't plan on contending for a national championship, although it's always in the back of your mind, especially when you've been able to win it once. We did not commit to any full-time Friday night racing. In late May, I received the sad news that a great friend of mine and my chassis builder, Dale Bittner, had passed away. I've worked with Dale since 2014, and I've been running his Big Daddy race cars ever since. Dale and I just clicked from day one and always shared a lot of thoughts and ideas on how to make the cars faster. He was a genuine, down-to-earth great man that worked very hard to build his businesses up to what they are today. From that point on, I wanted to make Dale even more proud. By the time June rolled around, all of our tracks were finally up and running, weekly for the most part. We then had the historic flooding, which washed out a few weeks of our schedule. We continued racing mostly just Saturdays and Sundays, and a few midweek specials, hit and miss. In late July, I ended up taking a small family vacation to the Wisconsin Dells, which we had a great time. So I missed a couple of nights of racing. It was right around that same time, early August, that I noticed if I could keep getting some more wins and finish the year out strong, that we may have a shot at this championship yet. And when you're in a position to do so, I mean, you got to take full advantage, because you don't want to take anything for granted in this sport, or how hard it is to pull this stuff off. Knowing it was going to be a battle, likely we would be the underdog in the race, we worked hard and stayed positive and took it race by race. We had a great time and great finishes at the Boone Supernationals, which helped boost confidence and take the ease off some of the pressure we needed to get to this championship. We were able to race to another career best 29 A-feature wins with our 46 starts. I know Dale and the good Lord were watching over me and helped guide me to the success I had this year. I know he would have been proud of what I was able to accomplish, and that's all I could ask for. My two children, Kinley and Callan, are my biggest fans and love being at the track. Callan, who is 2 years old now, likes to help scrape mud off the nose cone after each race and check lug nuts on the tires, or just bang around the car with a wrench. Kinley is 5 years old and doesn't miss a lap during the race. She picked out the colors of my pink race car this year. She'll also give me a hard time when I don't come home with a trophy some nights, or even if I don't win a heat race and get that important sticker. Lastly, I'd like to thank all my crew, my family, to my wife, Caitlin. I love you. Thank you for always supporting my habit. It's a busy lifestyle we live, but I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else. To my kids, Kinley and Callan, you're my number one fans and my good luck charms at the track. My father, Dan, you've taught me to be a hard worker, and it's paid off. I enjoy racing alongside you and making memories at the track. To my mom, who is always cheerleading me on and keeping things optimistic, thank you. You and Leon both for always helping when needed, hauling parts around for me. Lisa, thank you for helping out at the track and taking pictures. It's really nice to look back at some of those moments. This time goes so fast. I also need to thank Chad Volk for always willing to lend a hand. You're a great friend, and I enjoy racing against you and with you. I'd also like to thank all my sponsors: Cool Trucking, Weber's Money, Mixed Repair, Remax Realty Plus Redwood Falls, Big Daddy Race Cars, Radio Works Stations, Arnold Motor Supply, Bruns Racing Products, K&P Property Investments, Oberlo's Scrap Metal, and Fast Shafts. Thank you all, and congratulations to all champions. I look forward to 2025 season.
Before we get to the sport mods, Pace Herrera, where are you sitting? We've already given you 2 loads of awards, and we didn't give you all of them. So if you want to make your way back up behind the curtain, bring a wheelbarrow next year. You got 2 Eagles yet to get. The combination of the Friesen Performance, Northern Sport Mod, and Smiley's Racing Products Southern Sport Mod divisions continues to be among the fastest growing in the country. Car counts increased in 2024 as a record 112 tracks in 21 states and Canada hosted sanctioned sport mod racing this year. We will begin by recognizing the track, state, and special series champions in the Friesen Performance Northern Sport Mod division. Champion at Arlington Raceway, Kossuth County Speedway, and Murray County Speedway, Matthew Loft. Beatrice Speedway champion Tyler Narid. Track championships at Boone County Raceway and US 30 Speedway, David Johnson. Boone Speedway track champion Dusty Massolini. California state champion Chuck Golden. Chuck Crash Golden? Okay, Chuck Crash Golden. Davenport Speedway track champion and 4th in national points, Logan Velos. East Moline Speedway, Maquoketa Speedway, the Illinois state champion, and 3rd in national points, Jarrett Franzen. Track champion at El Paso County Raceway, Honor Speedway, and also the Colorado State champion, Daniel Payne. Junction Motor Speedway champion, Jacob Slough. The Kansas State champion, Dalton Bell. Lincoln County Raceway champion, Chad Dolan. Nebraska State champion, Trevor Noonan. The Ocean Speedway champion, Emily Van Hoff. Park Jefferson Speedway champion and 5th in junior national points, Willie Kirk. Salina Speedway champion, Connor Barnes. Stewart Raceway champion, Kendall McCarthy. And we'll invite our National Crew Chief of the Year award in the Northern Sport Mod division to the stage. Welcome, Brittany Loft. His season didn't begin like any other in Matthew Loaf's Friesen Performance IMCA Northern Sport Mod career, but the way it ended was plenty familiar with the national championship. Loaf totaled 33 feature wins among 46 top 5 finishes in his 50 starts in 2024, earning track titles at Arlington Raceway, Kossuth County Speedway, and Murray County Speedway. Loaf's longest winning streak of the season was 8 straight, and he also had 3 streaks of 4 consecutive wins, 2 of those coming over the course of his final 10 starts. After topping point standings in 2013, 14, and 18, Loaf has another streak going with 4 consecutive national crowns. The last 3 of those titles, along with 7 local track championships and 101 feature wins, have come in the same 2022 Skyrocket chassis that will be retired someday and put on display above his office loft in the shop. Please join me in welcoming your 7-time and IMCA Friesen Performance Northern Sport Mod National Champion from Sway City, Iowa, Matthew Loaf.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, we're going to keep this one short, like a miniskirt, short enough to keep your attention, but long enough to cover the essentials. Speaking of short, that's one thing Mike Nichols says trouble trying to do. I mean, he'll be up here for a half hour, so I'll keep this going. Speaking of Mike Nichols, 13 time, I mean, that's pretty impressive. He's probably as close to world domination as it gets. I do feel bad for all my Texas friends, though, because he's got about an 80% win ratio coming to new tracks. But I'm also glad that all his fans are here tonight, and hopefully they'll appreciate the ass-kicking that's coming. So, well, enough of the Bloomer sound bites, but I really need to thank my crew for all their hard work in the shop this year and everything they've done at the track. Zach, Tyler, Matt, Katie, and Greg, thanks for all your hard work and help this year. It does not go unnoticed. Since 2021, we've had, I think, 4 DNFs total. That goes to show the quality of help I have with my team and the quality of parts we have on our car. We take pride in the fact that we have nothing that falls off our car, and our maintenance is top-notch. I put our team up against any big-name team in the country. You guys rock. Also, my family, friends, this is as much yours as it is mine. Thanks for coming to, my mom, thanks for coming to most of the races and keeping me up at night on our long drives home. My kids, Braden, Bryson, and Brindley, I could not have done this without you guys. Seeing these kids grow up at the racetrack with our racing family is one of the best memories we'll ever have. So to show you guys how much we appreciate your help, scraping mud, checking tires, putting the banners up on the back of the car to cover all of the secrets, as Braden would say. And giving your dad the confidence to go out there and compete on the track. We got all you guys, your own championship trophies, too, to show how much we appreciate your help. She hasn't had much sleep lately. You guys, here. Like everyone here, we could not race without the help of our sponsors, friends, and families. Kelly and Jason at Skyrocket Chassis have been a tremendous asset to our team since 2021. I think I got 129 reasons why y'all should probably drive a Skyrocket chassis. The tech support is second to none, and the team's will to win and never be satisfied drives our team to succeed. Heck, they don't even make rear bumpers. I think we've gone 4 years without ever having to put one on our car. So you definitely can't do that without having one of the best driving cars on the track. And our sponsors this year, I got to thank Jack Pines Resort, Brent Prouty, he's in the crowd tonight, Greg Penning, CPAs, Huber's Automotive, Guitar Man, Races for Christ, S&B Farms Distillery, Skyrocket Chassis, Grody Construction, Moonlight Race Parts, Matt Hollerick for setting us up with the best parts on our car, JDR Racing Carburetors, they're the best in the business, and John has been a huge part of our team. Moberg Consignment, Loaf Tank Wagon Service, EQ Cylinder Heads, S&S Machine. Steve builds the best motors out there, and they're really reliable. Landscaping Plus, Swift Springs. I got to thank Frank for hooking us up with the best springs on the market. Fast Shafts, AFCO Racing. Ben Baker's been helping me out for years. We never have any overheating issues with our AFCO radiators, and our AFCO brakes never let us down and let us drive further into the corner. C&L Woodworking, MB Auto Clinic, Esser Distributing, Broken Arrows Photography, Ellsworth Brothers, Manure Pumping, R&L Ag Sales, Wiffle Hybrids, Bierstedt Farms, Mitchell Machine. Ted builds the best transmission on the market. I've had 0 failures since running his stuff. I mean, it's been over 10 years at least, I'm sure. Snap Graphics and Jeff Carter, thanks for keeping our ride looking good. Balance Speed Shocks, Jim Chisholm helps us out tremendously there. Integra Racing Shocks and Kevco. My wife, Brittany, we have been basically together since we started racing. You're definitely the glue that holds our team together. You're the best mom and the best wife I could ask for. I love you very much, and thanks for everything. You are definitely a rock star, coordinating all the kids' activities and schedules and keeping up with everything when we go racing. Especially even at home, organizing everything, getting the camper ready, food ready, and everything. She likes to cook and bring food to the track. None of this is possible without you, for sure. The kids and I love you very, very, very much. I got to thank also Kasuth County Speedway, Murray County Speedway, Clay County Speedway, and Arlington Raceway. Even Arlington Raceway, I mean, they got 2 national champions and a runner-up this year, so that's pretty special coming from their track. Thanks for giving us a place to race each and every week. I also got to thank IMCA for putting on this awesome event, and Speedway for hosting the Champions Reception at the museum. That's a top-notch facility. We always have fun going there and seeing what's new every year. I mean, you never know when this is your last time being up here. I mean, life's getting a lot busier, so, I mean, we're going to keep racing next year. I don't know what the future brings, but we're going to keep going. So I got to just thank everybody for all their help and all the fans for coming out to our tracks. And just remember, Mike, don't get on the cigar-shaped ship. Get on the saucer. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you at the track next spring. Thank you.
And now for the track, state, and special series champions in the Smiley's Racing Products Southern Sport Mod Division. The track champion at Southern Oklahoma Speedway, the Oklahoma State champion, and 8th in national points, Camo Gaston. The Cotton Bowl Speedway track champion, Jeff Shepard. Track champion at Grayson County Speedway and 2nd in national Southern Sport Mod points, Josh Landers. Results of his second start made it clear to Camo Gaston that his first Smiley's Racing Products IMCA Southern Sport Mod season would be something special. Gaston followed a DNF on opening night of Kennedale Speedway Park's February Spring Kickoff Special with a solid third-place run on night 2. Another 13 top 5 finishes would follow, taking the 19-year-old from Weatherford, Texas, straight to National Rookie of the Year honors, as well as Southern Oklahoma Speedway track and Oklahoma State crowns. Gaston came to the division after 2 seasons and 9 feature wins in the Mach 1 IMCA Sport Compacts, then a year in a local eco-mod class. Gaston comes from a racing family, as his father Ronnie, mother Christy, and sister Callie all race sport compacts, while brother Christian piloted an eco-mod this year. Grandfather Langston Lane heads up his crew and also helps sponsor the number 25 ride. Here is the 2024 Smiley's Racing Products Southern Sport Mod Rookie of the Year from Weatherford, Texas, Camo Gaston. At this time, IMCA stock car track, state, and series champions and those who finish in the top 10 in national stock car points can make their way up to the curtain on the right of the stage. And while the stock cars make their way up, please welcome to the stage the Southern Sport Mod Crew Chief of the Year, Stormy Shepard. 20 years after he first gave any thought to being an IMCA National Champion, Jeff Shepard started making notes about who all to thank when his turn comes to speak at tonight's banquet. Shepard won 13 features along with the track title at Cotton Bowl Speedway in racing to the 2024 Smiley's Racing Products IMCA Southern Sport Mod National Crown. Shepard was ready to go from the drop of the green in February. He'd pace points on the strength of 6 wins at Page, complemented by 5 checkers at Southern Oklahoma Speedway and 2 more at Heart of Texas Speedway. Shepard had started his racing career in a pure stock class before an early segue into the Southern Sport Mod division. He got back in the sanction class in 2013 and brought 46 career wins and a single season best 16 from 2023 into this season. He's parked the same 2022 generation race car by Justin Long in victory lane 33 times over the past 3 years. Please help me welcome your 2024 Smiley's Racing Products Southern Sport Mod National Champion from Waco, Texas, Jeff Shepard.
Thank you. I would like to thank my wife, Stormy, for all her help, my children that have sacrificed a lot of time away from our home, and myself to be able to race at this level. We've missed many vacations and other things to make sure that we always show up at the track ready and prepared for the night. Thank you to all my friends that have helped me along the way, whether it's at the shop or the track. I couldn't do it without them. Charles, Trey, Jake, Ryan, Michael, Zane, Justin, and BJ. Without them, I would not have been able to do this. After last year, we lost this championship by 1 point due to track bonus points, and we did not have a track championship. So we wanted to prove this year that we could do it, and we did. We're here. I can't thank them enough for that. I would also like to thank all of my sponsors that have made this possible for us this year. Generations Race Cars, Dynamic Fabrication Solutions, W Electric, Cornerstone Plumbing, Fletcher Custom Engines, Brake and Clutch Supply, J&M Transport, Les Clark Remodeling, AAA Rebel Enterprises, Hurricane Harley No. 12, Jenkin Race Components, H&B Farms, Dustin Davidson Racing, AC Mobile Home Transport, True Form Products, Supreme Vinyl Works, Tomas Lawn and Tree Service, CRS Suspension, Speed Secrets, Performance Specialties, Motec Services, Rhino Racing Rear Ends, Richard Pickens, Jeff Sexton, and KCB Trucking. Without all those people, we wouldn't make it up and down the road every week to these tracks. And at everything else, I would like to thank the tracks that make it possible for us to race and allowing to do what we love. Heart of Texas Speedway, Cotton Bowl Speedway, Southern Oklahoma Speedway, and everyone at IMCA, and thanks to all the fans for coming.
This time, we'll meet our 2024 Sunoco IMCA Stock Car Champions. In 2024, a record 107 tracks sanction IMCA stock car events across the United States and Canada. Let's begin by meeting our track, state, and special series champions in the EQ cylinder head southern and northern regions. Sixth in national points, Colby Fett. Crawford County Speedway, Interstate Speedway, Park Jefferson Speedway, Shelby County Speedway, Mike Nichols. Arlington Raceway, Matthew Loaf. Batesville Motor Speedway, Stephen Morrow. Central Arizona Raceway, Cocopah Speedway, and the Arizona State Champion, Mitchell Ferguson. Deuce of Club Thunder Raceway, Chaz Baca. Eagle Raceway, Nick Beckman. Honor Speedway, the Colorado State Champion, Alan Bluen. Red River Valley Speedway, the Honor Speedway, I-76 Speedway, John Schweitzer. Just waiting for you to come out with a trumpet or something. Now to the Red River Valley Speedway, the IMCA TV Winter Nationals champion, seventh in national points, Rob Van Mill. The Redwood Speedway, Ken Teets. Salt City Racing, Scott Miller. $2 Pistol Motor Speedway and the Arkansas State Champion, Chris Dollarhide. Wagner Speedway and the South Dakota State Champion, Wyatt Luke. Wisconsin State Champion, Jesse Cron. And fourth in national points, Kelly Shryock. Nobody was more surprised than Colby Fett after he won his career first feature win in his first ever start in an IMCA Sunoco stock car. But no one was surprised that he became the National and EQ Cylinder Head Northern Region Rookie of the Year in the Class Too Tough to Tame. The Friesen Performance IMCA Northern Sportmod veteran from Algona, Iowa, made 48 stock car starts at 9 different tracks in 3 different states, finishing with a flourish and counting 7 wins among 22 top 5 finishes. Following the big first win at Clay County Fair Speedway in Spencer, Fett raced his way onto the starting grid for the B&B Racing Chassis All-Star Invitational. Fett became one of those guys who always seems to win the big races. Later in September, topping a 1,000 to win battle at the Blue Ribbon during the world's greatest county fair in Spencer, Iowa, the 1,000 to win Turkeytown Throwdown at Worthington Speedway, and the season-ending $2,500 to win Tiny Lund Memorial at the Shelby County Speedway. Please welcome your 2024 EQ Cylinder Heads Northern Region and Sunoco IMCA Stock Car National Rookie of the Year from Algona, Iowa, Colby Fett. At this time, of our IMCA Sprint Car, Track, State, and Series champions, and those who finished in the top 10 could assemble behind the stage to my right. This time, I'd like to welcome the IMCA Sunoco Stock Car Crew Chief Award winner, Jesse Gessert, to the stage. Another IMCA racing season, another IMCA record. Mike Nichols raced to his career 13th IMCA Sunoco Stock Car National Crown in 2024, breaking the all-time mark set by late model legend Ernie Durr. While appreciative in his own efforts in IMCA Speedway Motor Weekly Racing Competition, Nichols won 30 features and 4 track titles this year, boosting those career records to a total 657 and 51 championships. He cautions that comparison between eras are difficult to make. Nichols' first national championship came in 2002. Ernie Durr's last title came in 1971. Nichols was nothing short of awesome this season, racing to a 5th consecutive crown. He also stood on top of the podium in 2002, 2004, 2007, 2010, 2014, consecutively from 2016 to 2018, and every year since 2020, each with corresponding EQ cylinder head Northern Region titles. Any future plans of a national championship from this all-star studded driver will have to come from the Lone Star state of Texas, as him and wife Anita are relocating to an acreage somewhere southeast of Dallas. Please welcome your 13-time IMCA Sunoco Stock Car National Champion from Harlan, Iowa, Mike Nichols.
Jerry, you can start the clock now. Well, I got to clarify first. So Matt Loft and I, by the way, that's the first thing I have on here. Brittany Loft told me, keep my speech PG-13, and my wife said, don't be a dick, so I will try my best to accommodate each of them. But Matt and I, we had a side bet on who could, since one of our favorite racers of all time is Scott Bloomquist, and we had a bet to see who could fit the most Scott Bloomquist references into our speech. So I thought I'd say that just so it makes a little bit more sense as we go through here. So I'd like to start off by thanking the staff here at the Cornhusker Marriott for the hospitality and the great meal. Although after last night's game, I assumed we would be having turnovers. I'd also like to thank the folks at Speedway Motors for their generous gift bag, which was waiting in our room when we arrived. Thanks also for allowing everyone to view their museum, and all the racing history is on hand. You guys are first class all the way. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all you do to keep IMCA racing and racing in general going into the future. Really appreciate that. I want to thank the folks at Crawford County Speedway in Denison, Iowa. I know Doug Batts is here with Shelby County Speedway. Thank you, Doug. Thank you to Wayne and Amy Becker at Park Jefferson International Raceway. And then thank you to Chase and Shelby Alves at the Interstate Speedway right across the street. So without their hard work and sacrifices to put on weekly IMCA racing, none of this would be possible for anyone. So like Brett had said earlier, I mean, definitely remember to thank the guys that are running those races, because it's a lot of shameless effort. I want to congratulate all of the champions here in attendance tonight, but especially to the national champions. Some years it seems like deja vu all over again, and this year is no exception. Seeing guys like Corey Dumpert, Chaz Baca, Dylan Rafferty, Matt Loft, on what turned into basically an annual affair here. It's been just as much of an honor for me watching each one of you guys win your championships through all of life's other challenges along the way and raising kids and whatnot. So it's a lot of work, believe me, I know. Matt's wife corrected me on how to pronounce their last name while at the Supernationals this year. It's Loft, like a loaf of bread, not Luft. So I was saying it wrong for all these years, and I feel like all the announcers from all over the Midwest have been doing the same for a long time. I was first on this stage as a national champion 22 years ago. Holy shit. How is that even possible? I'm looking up at the signs, and I see this gray-haired guy. I'm like, who's the old dude? Oh, yeah, that's me. So now in 2024, this is likely my last. So 2024 has been a crazy year for so many reasons. One of my all-time favorite racers passed away, Scott Bloomquist. There was the guy that always knew how to do an interview, and I'm sure most everyone here has heard some of his excerpts from over the years. 2024 was also an election year, and I think we can all agree that we're glad to not have political ads for a while. What a ride it's been for America, like the last 8 years. So can you imagine if Scott Bloomquist was a politician? If he was Joe Biden in 2020, he'd have said, my staff told me I had just enough mail-in ballots to win. I'd said 14 million more. I don't even want it to be close. If Bloomer were Trump in 2020, he would have said, as far as I'm concerned, I won the election. They got a gift. Leading up to the election, Bloomer acting as Trump would go, the show was over when they cheated me in 2020. I'd have lapped the field. That's what would have happened. And then on November 6th, after winning the election in a landslide, Bloomer would say, it was nice to see all my fans out there yesterday. I hope they appreciated that ass kicking. Lastly, I want to thank the entire staff here at IMCA. I've enjoyed getting to know all of them outside of the office and away from the races. Bill Martin, congrats, Bill, on your retirement. I didn't know that before this weekend, but it's so great. I've been here on Thanksgiving weekend, for a lot of years or whatever, so you guys are like family. So I truly wish you the best in your future endeavors. Bill does such a great job writing his articles. I especially enjoy talking with him about baseball. I think most of you are here because of a points championship. So most of you know Virginia. Virginia is so amazing. Yeah, absolutely. Virginia, you're awesome. Keeping the points straight year after year and getting everyone the information they need as points races work themselves out. But she spent quite a bit of time watching her daughter at roller derby back in the day. So, Virginia, you're awesome. IMCA truly has an asset with you. So, all the staff at IMCA is just fantastic. I've had a lot of memories up here on this stage. I can remember tossing Kathy Root, Brett's mom, some beads and telling her that she left them at my trailer at Supernationals. And one that really wasn't popular with Brittany and my wife, I compared Brett to a piece of the female anatomy one year. That probably did not make it onto your podcast, I don't think. But Brett and I have had a lot of conversations over the year. But the one thing I will never forget doesn't have anything to do with racing. When we get ready to book our vacations, we always check our passports for the expiration date. So Brett made it to the airport one time on their way to Jamaica, I believe. And anyway, it was expired, and he checked in for work the next day instead of checking out onto the beach. So Brett, thanks for that life lesson. So we always check that. Got to thank my crew, Mike Dirks, Casey Ferens, Phil Moyer, my wife, Anita Nichols. Babe, you're incredible. Your love and support has made our race team incredible, and you've made me a better man. Thank you so much for all of you do. As John Michael Montgomery says, nothing in this world comes easily, but I can't lose with you right next to me. And I really can't wait to start the next chapter of our lives. Justin Gessert, crew chief, just come out here. 11-time National Crew Chief of the Year. Dude, you never cease to amaze me. A machinist by day, a crew chief on the weekends. But what amazes me most is the kind of human being that he is. You're a great husband and an incredible dad to your 4 kids. Thank you for everything that you have done for me through the years. You're the man. I want to thank my sponsors, A&M Polishing, Guzman's West Side, Mikasa Family Restaurant, Peterson Motors, the Rust Family, BHE, Bob Harris Enterprises. Troy, thanks for being here tonight. What's Your Sign Graphics, Gillen Trucking, Phil's Lawn Landscaping and Nursery, Dynamic Drivelines, Bodies by Bush, Gulf Arms, Advanced Communication Services, Carl Chevrolet and Josh Nielsen, Kevco, Noonan Industries, Bassett Racing Wheel, VP Heartland Fuels, Western Carriers, Comp Cams, Quick Car, Moser Engineering, Schoenfeld Headers, CP Carrillo, iBox Springs, and Willwood, and Sean and Shane Ransom, Independent Sensi Consultants. Here in attendance, Julie Bishop. Julie, thank you. Kearney Heritage Farms, thank you for all your support for the last couple of years. It definitely takes as much support as possible to make things work, and I really appreciate that. Dragonfly Acres, Chad and Sarah Reinig, you're in attendance with me. Thank you for all your friendship and support. Chad, you are such a good man. As I've known Sarah most of my life, I can tell you I'm so glad she found someone like you. I want to thank you both for allowing me to spill corn out of the grain cart every year as well. I truly enjoy that. I promise I'll try to get better when I come back in the fall to help. SSS Motorsports, Luke Cochran. It's hard to believe we've worked together now for 9 years on this. I grew up watching you race in the number 40 back in the day, the Sunset Outlaw, and here you are supporting racing so many years later. I've really enjoyed our talks and your advice. I want you to know that you look really good in black and gold. So go Hawks. Sincerely, thank you for everything. B&B Racing Chassis, Paul and Missy. So Paul, anyone that knows you had a hard time. They have a hard time believing that you are capable of building high-quality race cars. But that is exactly what you do. Your cars can even make Kelly Shryock fast. Sorry, Kelly, I had to. I get like a free bumper for saying that, so I'm so thankful that Missy has come into your life and also brought you to a whole new level, Paul. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. So as many of you heard now, Anita and I will be relocating south, where it's a very stressful time. We listed our house and it sold immediately, and now the clock is ticking and we don't have a place to go. So I will be leaving here and heading straight to Texas to hopefully buy our new place. So that's where I'm headed from here. So I am a creature of habit, so change is very difficult for me. A new job, a new homestead, and new racetracks will be quite the adjustment, but we are looking forward to the challenge and making a new life in the Lone Star State. So thank you all.
Thank you, Mike. And on a side note, completely unrelated, the rest of the banquet for this evening has been suspended until 9 a.m. tomorrow. We'll see you back here to finish things up. The RaceSaver IMCA Sprint Car Division continues to lead the way in affordable sprint car racing. That proof is reflected in continued impressive numbers yet again this past season, as nearly 100 racetracks in 21 states hosted sanctioned RaceSaver Sprint Car action in 2024. Here are this year's Sprint Car champions. The Houston Speedway champion and finishing 10th in national sprint car points, Brady Donahue. Champion at I-90 Speedway and at Jackson Motorplex, Lee Ghost Jr. The champion at Arlington Raceway, the Minnesota State champion and also second in national points, Brett Allen. The Missouri-Kansas IMCA Sprint Car Series champion and the Missouri State champion, Kendall Wymuth. Brady Donahue decided that this spring would be the season to spread his wings and travel to different tracks. 34 starts at a dozen different speed factories, and 5 states later, he had a track championship at Houston Speedway, as well as the IMCA Race Saver Sprint Car National Rookie of the Year Award to show for his efforts. 10th in national points, Donahue was the top rookie at Houston, while also logging starts in Iowa, Nebraska, North Dakota, and his home state. His 3 wins came at different tracks. In his 11th start on June 23rd at Redwood Speedway, on July 7th at Huset's, and July 17th at Norman County Raceway. Donahue inherited his interest in dirt track racing from his father and crew chief Patrick, who had seen a race car on a trailer parked at a gas station when he was 12 years old. He got to talking with the driver and went on to crew and eventually own his own cars. Brady started in local flat karts and micro sprint classes before moving full steam ahead to the WIN class. He had not raced previously at any of the 12 tracks he earned IMCA points at this season. Please help me welcome the 2024 Race Saver IMCA Sprint Car Rookie of the Year from Arden Hills, Minnesota, Brady Donahue. At this time, IMCA late model track, state, and series champions and those who finish in the top 10 in national points are invited to gather up behind the curtain. And while they make their way up here, welcome to the stage, the IMCA Race Saver Sprint Car Crew Chief of the Year, Sid Gulbranson. Lee Ghost Jr. knew all about the rich heritage of IMCA sprint cars in his home state of South Dakota when he started racing. Now he's an even bigger part of it. From Hartford, Ghost is the 2024 Race Saver Sprint Car National Champion, joining the likes of Matt Richards, Steve Ballinger, Doug Wolfgang, and Dusty Ballinger in earning IMCA's top award for the wing division. Runner-up last year, Ghost counted 8 feature wins among 21 top 5 finishes in only 28 events, en route to earning track titles at both I-90 Speedway and Jackson Motorplex. The beginning of Ghost's career goes back to 1997, when he took his first sanctioned lap shortly after graduating from high school. Ghost got back into it by helping friends who had been trying to get into sprint car racing themselves, and ultimately asked him to drive their car one night as they were struggling. First in 2014 and again in 2016. He then bought out a Race Saver team after the 2020 season. Here is your 2024 Race Saver IMCA Sprint Car National Champion from Hartford, South Dakota, Lee Ghost Jr.
All right, I'm not very good at this, so I'll give it a shot. First, I got to thank IMCA for a great class they invented. I mean, I was always a 360 racer. This happened out of a fluke. I had a buyout, came with a motor. My boy Dylan over here is the one that talked me into running it, and ever since we've had a blast. It's been the most fun I've ever had in racing, so I got to thank IMCA for that. It's more affordable. The people are great. There's only a few of them here. I know we're not a big class for you guys for the IMCA, but it's a lot of fun, and we actually enjoy racing with everybody here. First off, I got to thank Jamie, my other half. We give her a hard time every week about only providing food, but she does a lot more than that. I mean, I wouldn't have my suit clean. Half the time I wouldn't have a crew if it wasn't for her. I go racing randomly, and she makes sure everybody shows up. Every Monday she comes with our little dog and hangs out in the shop, helps me get the car ready. She finally learned how to take Zeus's out this year. So, no, I couldn't do it without her. I love her, and I appreciate her being there every week. My parents who couldn't be here, I love them both. I wouldn't be who I am without them. They taught me you never give up, and there's nothing you can't do if you try hard enough. So Sid Gulbranson, my crew chief. We've only known each other for a few years. I'd say 3 or 4 years, but he's not just a friend, he's more a family on and off the racetrack. So anything we need, me or Jamie, we don't even have. I mean, I can't even call him for a question, and he actually just shows up to help rather than just giving you an answer. So he means the world to us. We love him, and like I said, he's like a big brother to me. A couple that couldn't be here, Brad Whisker and his son Eric, they helped me all year. My boy Dylan, like I said, we don't always see it eye to eye, but no matter what, I know he's there for me in any way he can be. And honestly, the way he looks at me, I know he believes in me, and he's the one that helped make this happen. He calmed me down and made me more of a championship contender than I ever could have been. By, like I said, just calming me down so I didn't do stupid stuff. He says, taking a second's better than ending up in the back trying too hard. So I appreciate that, and I love you, buddy. My friends over here, Colby and Brooke Clausen, street stalker and a late model guy himself. We're two different worlds, but we met each other through our good friends at Hoagie's Garage. It's a podcast if you haven't ever heard it. Give it a listen. Any kind of race car is on there. But that's how I met Colby, and we've become great friends. He's there helping me. He's pushing me to try to do the 410 deal more, which we really love. It's just it's a much bigger budget on that class. Like I said, Hoagie's Garage is a great sponsor of ours. There's a few of them here tonight, Sam and Bud, both here. If you listen to the podcast, it'll be Bud and Toby, but all of them. Toby couldn't be here, but their brother Joel, Dean, Jerry, Sam, Tyler, Toby's wife, Ann, all of them. Like I said, they're more so friends. They believe in me more than just a sponsor. So like I said, every night, even if I do something wrong or I don't have the greatest night, they come down and make you feel like you won the race either way. GP Electric, Ryan Hofer and his wife, Amber, they're back on board next year. Like I said, they're a local customer of ours, actually, that I got to know through our business, but they've been great friends also. Circle Performance, Nate Thielen, J&J Designs, Jared and Jess Jansen, amazing friends. More people I met through racing that I would never know otherwise. They couldn't be here, but no, they're great friends and some of our best friends that we hang out with all the time. Other than that, my family business, Ghost RV, Complete Living Solutions, that's Jamie's business. She says she's not a sponsor, but she rearranges her entire work for our racing schedule, which is not her favorite thing to do on the weekends, but she bears with us and does it anyways. So, other than that, I just want to thank everybody here. We never tried for this. This wasn't our goal. And after seeing this, it means a lot more than I ever imagined. So, no, I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll be back next year. Thanks.
Historically, one of the most competitive divisions IMCA has to offer is the Sunoco IMCA late models. They once again made history again in 2024, resulting in the first champion in over 50 years to win 5 consecutive national titles. Now it's time to meet our IMCA late model track and state champions. US 30 Speedway, third in national points, Anthony Roth. Boone County Raceway, Off-Road Speedway, the Nebraska State Champion, Corey Dumpert. East Moline Speedway, Maquoketa Speedway, Illinois State, and second in national points, Travis Denning. At first, Anthony Roth wasn't sure if the offer he got to drive a late model for the season was actually serious. But it was. And next he'll be making room in the display case for another IMCA Rookie of the Year award. Roth raced to an impressive 9 feature wins, along with track titles at US 30 Speedway, on the way to earning IMCA Sunoco Late Model National Rookie of the Year honors. From Platte Center and a veteran of the Friesen Performance IMCA Modified driver, he had another 12 top 5 finishes in 26 starts and ended third in national point standings. Roth has become the Jet Racing Central Region Rookie of the Year in an IMCA Modified at the age of 15 in 2011 and did limit double duty this season, topping 3 of 13 modified starts to boost his career wins in that division to 85. Here is your 2024 Sunoco IMCA Late Model National Rookie of the Year from Platte Center, Nebraska, Anthony Roth. Might have to make that trip to the lumberyard to buy that wood for that shed again, won't you? This time I'd like to welcome to the stage the IMCA Late Model Crew Chief Awards recipients, Carrie and Stetson Dumpert. That's right. Not with us tonight. We'll make sure they get their jackets properly. There's a lot to be said for consistency, and Corey Dumpert credited a never-give-up approach to his latest IMCA Sunoco Late Model National Championship season. The Newman Grove, Nebraska driver collected 15 feature wins en route to his 6th consecutive national championship. A record for IMCA's modern era, he was also the Nebraska state champion for a 6th straight season, as well as a track champion at both Boone County Raceway and Off-Road Speedway. Abroad, a 2016 Schwartz chassis since sold to Alex Banks, Dumpert raced at 9 different tracks in 3 states, winning at 6 of them, along with 5 wins at Boone County and 4 at Off-Road. He won twice at US 30 and at 34 Raceway in Iowa, and once each at Hawkeye State venues, Crawford County Speedway and Davenport Speedway. Please help me welcome to the stage your 2024 IMCA Sunoco Late Model National Champion from Newman Grove, Nebraska, Corey Dumpert.
Well, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I'd like to thank my wife. She's amazing and supportive. Without her support, none of this would be possible. Stetson and I are very lucky to have you in our lives. I'd like to thank my parents, everything they do for me on and off the track. Kevin and Martha Safranek, Zach Woods with Speedway Motors, Kirsten with KB Carburetors, Dale Johnson with Johnson's Trucking, and IMCA for everything they do for us. Thank you. Looking forward to 2025.
At this time, all IMCA modified track, state, and series champions and those who finish in the top 10 in national points may gather behind the curtain to my right. Over its 12-year history, the Race Saver Nationals has grown to become the biggest sprint car event in the world. Eagle Raceway promoter Roger Hayden here tonight. I want to thank Roger for his commitment to IMCA and to Race Saver and to the Race Saver Nationals, making it the event that it has become. While the champion of the event is not here tonight from this year, we do want to give recognition to him. Also the champion in 2020 and in 2022. This driver became the first to win 3 Race Saver Nationals titles, and that was from Lincoln, Nebraska, Jake Bubak. We also want to recognize the Southern SportMod Supernationals champion down at Kennedale Speedway Park in early September. Ray Allen Kohanek was a first-time winner of that event. From its humble beginnings at Vinton Speedway in 1983 to the nationally acclaimed event it has become, the Speedway Motors IMCA Supernationals, fueled by Casey's, has remained true to its roots as America's racing vacation and celebrated its milestone 42nd annual event in 2024, bringing people to Boone, Iowa from a record 30 states, Canada, and Australia. A record 1,036 racers competed in Boone during this year's event. We can all say that we are proud to be a part of such a tremendous event, and we'd like to welcome Carson Smith of Speedway Motors and Boone Speedway representative Cody Malakote to the stage to assist in our ring presentations for the Supernationals champions. All but one of our champions, I believe, are here tonight. We will start with a modlite champion, unable to be here, but we will still recognize him. He became the 3rd different champion in 4 stars modlite events held in the history of Supernationals and the first to call California home. That is from Bakersfield, California, Riley Clem. With 2 previous runner-up finishes and a 3rd place finish in the Sport Compact Dance, please welcome first-time IMCA Sport Compact Supernationals champion from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Brad Chandler. Following up a fourth-place finish in the sportmod dance in 2020 and a fifth-place finish in 2022, he earned his first title in 2024. Welcome, IMCA Northern Sportmod Supernationals champion from Eddyville, Iowa. That is Logan Anderson. Also the winner in 2020, he became the fifth hobby stock driver in Supernationals history to earn multiple titles. Please welcome IMCA Hobby Stock Supernationals champion from Marengo, Iowa, Nathan Ballard. After a runner-up finish in the stock car dance in 2022 and a third-place finish in 2023, he earned his first Supernationals title in one of the most memorable finishes in event history this year. Join me in welcoming IMCA Stock Car Supernationals champion from Fertile, Iowa, Kelly Shryock. You have your speech ready, Kelly? Already a stock car Supernationals champion in 2023. This driver won both the IMCA Late Model and IMCA Modified Supernationals titles in 2024, becoming the first to win Supernationals championships in 3 divisions. From Belle Plaine, Iowa, by way of Susanville, California, let's hear it for Dylan Thornton. Finally, it's time to meet our Friesen Performance IMCA Modified champions. There is no more entertaining and competitive modified racing anywhere in America than that seen at IMCA sanctioned facilities. In 2024, modifieds competed weekly at nearly 150 venues in 26 states and Canada. Let's meet the Modified Track, State, and Special Series champions. First, from the Shaw Race Cars Western Region, the Central Arizona Raceway, Deuce of Clubs Thunder Raceway, IMCA TV Winter Nationals champion, and the Arizona State champion, Chaz Baca. The Wyoming State champion, Kyle Anton. In the Razor Chassis North Central region, picking up the track championship at Davenport Speedway, the Iowa State Championship, and also finishing second in national points, Chris Zog. The Arlington Raceway track champion, Trent Loverud. Track champion at Dubuque Fairgrounds Speedway, Lafayette County Speedway, and finishing sixth in national points, Jed Freiberger. The Interstate Speedway track champion, R.J. Merchant. The champion at Park Jefferson Speedway and the South Dakota State champion, Jimmy Cole. The champion at Wilmot Raceway, Joel Crowbridge. Now champions in the Jet Racing Central region, the Kansas State champion, Jake Nightingale. The Batesville Motor Speedway champion, Adam Maple. Nebraska State champion, Terry Richards. Salina Speedway champion, Curtis Barnes. $2 Pistol Motor Speedway and Arkansas State champion, Keith Brown Jr. And champions in the GRT Race Car South Central region, the Texas State champion, William Gould. And the track champion at Southern Oklahoma Speedway and the Oklahoma State champion, Timothy Hamilton. Those gray clouds that seemed to follow Tyler Haar for so much of the summer gave way to a ray of sunshine at the end of the season. Haar overcame a totaled race car, a slew of engine issues, and more rainouts than he really cared to count in earning Rookie of the Year honors at IMCA's Jet Racing Central Region for Friesen Performance, IMCA Modifieds. The 21-year-old from Ashland ran go-karts before getting into local Crate Leighton model classes and was a Friesen Performance IMCA Northern sportmod winner at Eagle Raceway in 2023 before making the move to the modified this season. Haar is a senior at the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, nearing a degree in mechanical engineering. He's added to his racing education working weeknights and frequent weekends pulling parts for shipping at Speedway Motors for the past year and a half. Here is your Jet Racing Central Region champion, Central Region Rookie of the Year, from Ashland, Nebraska, Tyler Haar. After the first two starts of his career, Bradley Mitchell wasn't sure if he'd even finish a race. But after the end of his first Friesen Performance IMCA modified season, the Milford, Texas driver was making plans to attend tonight's banquet, where he'll accept the GRT Race Car South Central Region Rookie of the Year award. The first member of his family to race, Mitchell debuted at Abilene Speedway's Icebreaker, then tussled with the big dogs the following weekend at Kennedale Speedway Park's spring kickoff. He'd make 22 starts in all, traveling to Grayson County Speedway, Heart of Texas Speedway, and Southern Oklahoma Speedway as well, and finished 15th in the regional points race. Let's hear it for the 2024 GRT Race Car South Central Region Modified Rookie of the Year from Milford, Texas, Bradley Mitchell. Bradley Mitchell, hang on. We've got something we got to do with you. Where's Jerry? We have a tradition, Virginia Lindsay and I have a tradition, we take a photo, a group shot with the last driver across the stage. You got to be up here because we're going to get the crowd in. Okay, take it with your phone. All right, thank you very much. I think we've done that for like 10 years now, haven't we, Virginia? On to the regional champions. After starting the season with one career highlight, Chris Zog ended it with another. The Friesen Performance IMCA modified veteran from New Liberty, Iowa, ventured to Arizona's Cocopah Speedway in January, outrunning Tim Ward and 68 other modified entries on opening night of the IMCA TV Winter Nationals. He'd returned to the Midwest and raced to another 13 feature wins among 34 top 5 finishes in earning his career first Razor Chassis North Central Region crown. Zog turned laps at 7 Iowa speed plants in his 20th season behind the wheel, taking the checkers at 5 of them. His biggest payday came at Cedar County Raceway's 1,500 to win Gary Reinhardt Memorial. Can we have a hand for the 2024 Razor Chassis North Central Region champion from New Liberty, Iowa, Chris Zog? How he finished his 2024 campaign already has Jake Nightingale looking forward to next year. The Mays Kansas Clipper repeated as back-to-back champion in the Jet Central Region for Friesen Performance IMCA Modifieds with the same consistency but none of the late-season drama as last year. Fast but not fast enough through the middle of June, Nightingale picked up a slew of runner-ups before winning consecutive outings at Salt City Racing, RPM Speedway, and Salina Speedway. This year, he won the championship night show at Salina, then ran second in his final start at Sherman County Speedway's Flatlander, and wrapping up back-to-back crowns. He also reigns as Kansas state champion for the 3rd consecutive season. Here is your Jet Racing Central Region champion from Mays, Kansas, Jake Nightingale. A season that started with no clear-cut goal still produced what William Gould called some pretty cool accomplishments. Gould became just the 9th Friesen Performance IMCA modified driver to reach the 200 career win mark while earning a career 7th championship in the GRT Race Car South Central region. From Calera, Oklahoma, Gould also raced to the All-Star Shootout and a career 7th state championship, the 6th of them coming in Texas. He started the season sweeping Kennedale Speedway's spring kickoff in February and clinched the All-Star crown with the May 26 checkers at Heart of Texas Speedway. Career win number 200 came on August 24th at Grayson County Speedway. A 30-year veteran of the division, Gould won the IMCA National Championship and his first regional crown in 2013. He raced to double-digit wins for the 6th straight year and for the 10th time in his career this season. Welcome to the stage, the 2024 GRT Race Car South Central Region Champion from Calera, Oklahoma, William Gould. At this time, we'd like to welcome to the stage the IMCA Modified Crew Chief of the Year, that award going to Chaz Baca Sr. After penciling out his 2024 race schedule, Chaz Baca figured he had a pretty good shot at winning a second straight Friesen Performance IMCA Modified National Championship. And after racing to a confidence-boosting IMCA TV Winter Nationals crown, he did just that. Baca totaled a single-season best 28 feature wins in his 9th modified campaign, while adding his 4th Shaw Race Cars Western Region crown in 5 years and 5th straight and career 7th Arizona State title to his IMCA resume. He also won modified track titles at Central Arizona Raceway and Deuce of Clump's Thunder Raceway and the IMCA Sunoco Stock Car Prize at Sholo. Baca's 140 career wins puts him 31st on the all-time wins list for the modified division. The national points leader from mid-January right through the end of September, Baca racked up 47 top 5 finishes on the year. He became only the 5th modified driver in IMCA history to win back-to-back titles, joining Bill Davis Sr., Johnny Sadoff, David Murray Jr., and Jordan Grabowski on that esteemed list. Let's hear it for this year's Shaw Race Cars Western Region and 2024 Friesen Performance IMCA Modified National Champion from Mesa, Arizona, Chaz Baca.
Thank you, Ryan. And I just got to say, whoever put that picture up there, that was a really cool picture. So thank you to whatever photographer they got that from for taking that. And speaking of photographers, there's a lot of them out there, and they get out there and get some really cool shots of our cars. So if you guys ever see photographers, make sure you thank them. Sometimes they put their life on the line to make sure they get a good shot for us. So, they're having a good time too. But I got a lot of thank yous to do here. Another, long season. I know Nichols knows all about freaking running for national championships. They are long years. You just go all the way through it, hoping and praying that at the end of it, you're going to be on top. It was a really good deal to be able to do 2 in a row for us, especially coming from Arizona. I know it's never been done before last year, and for us to get 2 in a row is pretty special. And I know, a lot of people in Arizona have congratulated me over and over for doing it, and being able to be the first one to do it. So thank you to all of them. And but definitely thank you to the tracks that allowed me to do it that I ran at this year: Central Arizona Raceway, Deuce Club's Thunder Raceway, Mojave Valley Raceway, Barona Speedway, and Desert Thunder Raceway. They were the primary 5 that I was at for my points this year, and wouldn't have been able to be up here without the tracks and all of their staff. I think 1 or 2 of them are all volunteer, so thank you to each and every one of those people that put their time on their Saturdays to get down there and let us race. Thank you to IMCA and the Marriott here for putting this deal together, and IMCA as well for giving us a sanctioning body to race under and be able to do this and spend our lives having a really good time. Because I know every one of you that's been in a race car, you guys know that this stuff is definitely fun, and you probably wouldn't change it for the world. So thank you to my crew. My weekly crew, my mom, my dad, my Uncle Dennis, who wasn't able to make it. Thank you to him for all of his help. My hot pit specialist, Alex, she does a great job, and she likes to be down there and change tires for whoever needs it. So thank you to her. I just got a Snapchat story from Nathan. I'm guessing he put me on a Snapchat story over here. Thank you. But yeah, thank you to everybody. I got Mitchell down here with Integrity Drilling Services. Thank you for everything you do, Mitchell. I appreciate you. Yuma Insurance, Tina, thank you. Hatch Toyota. These are all my partners. It's not just me that wins this national championship. It's my entire crew and all my partners. Everybody wins this national championship. It's not just one person. Like I said, Hatch Toyota, Harris Auto Racing for building an awesome race car, IDT Landscaping, CPT Manufacturing, Moffs, Mods, and Rods, Kyler Rapella Motorsports, Jason Babiak with Schaefer's Lubricants, Swift Springs, Slick Stick Shocks with Tom Berry, thank you, Torco Race Fuels, Dirt Stars Race Products, Bassett Race Wheels, Fast Shafts, PEM Racing, K1 Race Gear, DRD Graphics, Ultimate Equipment Rentals, Klein Racing Engines, Trail Transmission, Bacchus Customs, Stephen Duffy Real Estate, High Country Auto Glass, Karina Hilton with HomeSmart, Hooch's Bar and Lounge, Jim and Don, thank you guys. You guys have been a part of my deal for as long as I can remember, and they've supported me all the way through it. Thank you to them. Roofworks, Robert, appreciate you. Arizona Differential, Scottsdale Muffler, Howland Opal Daily, back home, thank you guys. Mike Charlton, been a big supporter of mine. June and David Hunt, Kat Zaccardi. I mean, there's so many people throughout my career that have helped me get to where I'm at, and, I'm thankful for each and every one of them because, like I said, this is not just my national championship. This is everybody's national championship that has stood behind me from the time I started racing, and like I said, I wouldn't be here without them. And thank you guys for all staying here to listen to everybody and be here to the last person cross this stage. It means a lot to us for you guys to stick around, even though you were probably the first person that got done. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
At this time, we invite all of our national champions back to the stage, along with IMCA President Brent Root, to present the champion rings to our national champions. Returning to the stage to join modified champion Chaz Baca, our stock car champion Mike Nichols, race saver sprint car champion Lee Goes Jr., late model champion Corey Dumpert, hobby stock champion Corey Probst, Northern Sport Mod champion Matthew Loft, Southern Sport Mod champion Jeff Shepard, Sport Compact champion Kaylee Richards, and Stars Modlite champion Dylan Rafferty. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 IMCA Class of Champions. Thank you, everyone, for your attendance tonight. Remember, we all have the privilege to be a part of something very special, and that is IMCA Racing, where America comes to race. While another racing season is just around the corner, please enjoy the holiday season with loved ones and drive home safely. At this time, we would like to invite all of our champions to start making their way up to the stage for a group photo. We do ask that you wear your jacket. I believe Bill Martin and Bruce Badgley will direct traffic. Is that right, Bill? And we do have boxes back here for awards. If you did get an eagle or something, we do have boxes back here for your awards. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.